Sandwich, because it's fancy.
Fuck open-faced
I know.
sandwiches.
An open-faced sandwich.
Open-faced sandwiches are dope. What are you
Open-faced sandwich is an oxymoron because once it's open-faced, it ceases to be a sandwich.
No, it's meat and gravy on bread. It's an open-faced sandwich.
But don't they have the bread on top and on bottom when you have the gravy sandwiches?
No, that's a closed-faced sandwich. Open-faced is
no,
on top
it's a sandwich!
Yeah.
Just a sandwich. There's no closed-faced sandwich.
No, open-faced sandwich is bad because the sandwich is topless, and your food should not be topless. It's inappropriate.
That's the best thing about Thanksgiving is getting like all the leftover everything and putting them in a sandwich.
Yo,
and
what's
then
up?
topless
Oh, yeah,
gravy.
baby.
Goddamn.
Yo, what's up?
It's coming up. It's almost Thanksgiving year. Or
Thanksgiving.
It's always Thanksgiving.
We're gonna have one this year.
It's like a month and a half, but
Yeah,
okay.
fuck you
That's
guys.
the
I got
next
2
thing.
We'll probably do our next podcast by
Celebrate
then.
both.
I don't like Thanksgiving at all.
I don't like
bad
holidays.
food.
I don't like holidays
I
in
just
general.
like the food.
I like Christmas.
Because
Oh, yeah,
I like Thanksgiving because
don't like
I'm a
Christmas?
young person. It's not my responsibility in my family to
Oh yeah,
pay
if I had
for
to
food.
make the turkey, then fuck
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like holidays in general.
Yeah, you don't have to host it.
I don't like hollandaise in general.
Me neither.
What's a hollandaise?
But I like
It's
it
a
on
sauce
eggs
with
because
an
it's
egg
funny
Benedict.
because it's a
Oh,
sauce
right.
made of eggs and you put.
It's not.
Isn't it?
It's
Really?
not. It's made out of like cream flour and lemon.
I thought
That's
there
what
was
holidays
eggs in
made
it.
of. Is like cream flour and
I thought
lemon.
hollandaise was made.
It goes on eggs.
Well, I like making. I make.
Okay, I'm gonna open
sandwiches.
this mail real quick.
Hold on.
No build up. Okay.
I
Hey,
think we
cool. We
should-
have one more piece of mail, and Connor's
I
here.
think we should introduce ourselves.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
sorry.
yeah. You remember
Go that
that,
way.
guys?
Go that way.
I'm Rory.
Okay, that's enough.
Everyone knows who the rest is.
Someone might want to know.
Yeah, if this is your first episode,
Okay, so we got
Don't
this.
watch the rest.
Yeah, we got
Do
this
not
letter
go
from
back.
the
Just do
United
anything
States
else.
of America, from Harrisburg,
Okay.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
only
Well,
first
it's
name.
actually from
First name.
Mechanicsburg.
Only first name.
Maddie.
There you go.
Thanks, Maddie.
Maddie,
Uh,
like boy Maddie? Girl
Nope,
Maddie?
nope. It's a girl Maddie for
Girl
sure.
Maddie.
Like a
Yes.
normal
Two
Maddie
D's.
spell
Two
out.
D's. It's a Maddie.
Nice.
Double
And
D's.
there's lots of stickers on the back. One says "Thinking of You." There's 2 frogs and a bunch of flowers. It's like a nice wetlands theme. There's some flowers, some frogs, some butterflies.
I still do feel uncomfortable being so close to it, just in case it happens to be anthrax.
Could be.
Well, whatever. I'll
Or
take
glitter
it all.
bombs.
I could handle some anthrax. It's fine. Okay, so we're gonna open this up and just start this off. Thanks,
Put this
Maddie.
in between, so he
It's
got
not
it.
that scary.
I'm really bad at opening.
I don't know how Luke would have handled the poop one. if
Yeah,
he
we
was
had
here.
poop.
Like, honestly, I don't know what you would have done. I put my face in it. I
Okay.
slurped a worm out of the poop.
Even if it's anthrax, thank you, Maddie. We appreciate the anthrax. I want to die, so I'm okay with anthrax.
Welcome back, Connor.
Welcome back, Cotter. Oh, wait. Oh, there's a bunch. There's
Good
2
dancing.
letters in here. Okay, so one says, "Feel free to read me out loud" with a smiley face and a heart. And there, oh Jesus Christ! Oh, there's some pictures of her and a
Just read the letter first.
yeah. Okay, sorry. There's some pictures of her and a dog. The dog's name is Molly. So, dear Abopcast. Oh, hey, that's us. Except for you. Sorry.
He
One
might be
day.
on more.
He's on more podcasts now than you. Yeah.
Bro, I've been here since the start. I was
That's
on
true.
Abopcast
Yeah,
1.
you're OG.
Shut up.
I was only brought in because he stopped showing up. So.
Pretty much. Okay, so, hi, my name is Maddie, and I'm from Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. It's not a real place. I'm 16, and I discovered your YouTube channel a few years ago. I found you all so incredibly funny. In brackets, better than PewDiePie, in my opinion. Winky face.
what?
Winky face. Winky face.
We did it!
Winky face.
That's why we started this channel.
I know.
We just
And,
take him
and,
down.
and she goes on to say, I watch all of your podcasts as well. Your stories make me laugh if I'm having a bad day. Even my dog, Molly, likes to watch your videos with me.
Yo,
we like
shout out to
Molly,
Molly.
too.
She doesn't. She really doesn't.
My
Don't
junior
expose
year
her
of
to
high
it.
school will be starting soon, and I know it will be stressful, so I'm sure your sweet selves will get me through the
not that
long
bad.
8-hour days. Happy face.
High
I
school
wanted
was
no
cool. High school was
no
good.
actual punctuation, just a happy face after that.
Uh-huh.
I wanted to write you
Boom.
this to thank you for making me smile all the time. I share your videos with my friends, and they love you as well. They always reference your quotes from Slender. By the way, Luke looks hella good in plaid shirts. Love you all so much.
That's not wearing shit.
One
Like
time.
Terrell it is.
Question. This is what she literally writes. Question. Will you each see your best quote from 11 Drunk Guys Play Outlast?
Answer.
Love
I
from
don't know.
Maddie.
No.
Yeah, we don't
Okay,
know.
so then there's a picture of her. It says we've started to run out of colored ink. She actually signed it with a big heart that says 16 on it. There's a picture of her dog.
Just to remind you,
because
Connor,
she's 16.
heads up.
There's a picture of her dog
That's
that
my
says
age.
Molly. And she also says, thanks, Alex, for creating such an amazing channel. P.S.
Attaboy.
Whispers,
Yep.
Robin, you're my favorite, but don't tell everyone else. And also, I don't think you look like a girl.
Also, she
I
spelled
don't.
ignore
That's
without an
a
E.
fact.
Nice.
Yep.
She spelled what without an E?
Ignore. And also,
Oh,
and then she
Lord.
sent us another one. So she sent us a letter and then also something else that
This
says,
one might not be meant to be.
don't judge my art. Oh, it's
Oh.
like comic.
Is it for
Oh
the
wow! Holy shit! She put a lot of work into
Oh,
this.
it's another one where it depicts us around a single
Okay,
computer.
okay,
It's
so-
inaccurate.
Okay, so she did the 11 Drunk Guys logo on the top with like the liquor in the middle of the U, right?
Oh yeah, and
Yeah,
nice.
and then
We
she has
used
this
that
all
thing
around
twice.
one computer, like literally all of us, with Tyler in there too. Holy shit! She
Whoa,
wrote Tyler
nice.
and Alec and Calvin. Okay, so let me read this. So it says Axel's basket of panic and keep making the world smile. Love Maddie blah, because I'm not saying her last name. Okay, so it goes left to right. We start with Alec and a picture. And it says, "Oh, are we being recorded?" Then there's Alex 1 with his curly ass Jew hair. 2 Nihongo. And then there's Calvin. Kiss.
That was Calvin.
Yeah.
Okay,
And then
one for
there's
3.
Robin. Hey, he hates sticky keys.
Oh wait, no, she wants us to read
That's
these.
Maddie.
And then there's Maddie. I'm holding
one for
caps
4.
lock. Luke
Oh,
is
that was
yelling,
Luke.
hold shift, hold shift, hold shift to run, hold
It's
shift.
getting more accurate.
Nick says, I don't think so, Mr. Slender. I'm a rapist.
Yeah.
Then there's
that's
Alex
definitely-
2. Don't grab the page. This is a setup. Chris Hansen is in those trees.
that was
They're
Nick.
all off.
And
Well,
then-
not all.
and then-
Some of them are
and
off.
then they have
I mean,
Tyler
we're
saying,
less likely to even
and
know
then she
at
has
this
Tyler
point.
saying, she drew this all in pencil
Cut off
crayon,
my
by the way.
balls
Like,
with the
this
rest
is
of
like
the-
Wow,
actually
that's
really
really
good.
well drawn.
Really
Oh, yeah,
good, right?
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
she put a lot of
that's
work
pretty
into this.
Yeah, yeah.
And this is
You,
Tyler
man.
saying, you turn on the calculator.
That was
And then
me.
Boychuk says, don't turn around. You got to find all the pages. And then
That was Nick.
Oh, yeah, that was Nick.
and then there's me with my number one Outlast quote. Alex, you have 5 Axe body washes in your shower. There's 4 people that live here. Why do you have 5 body washes? And she drew me way angrier
Very
than everyone
angry.
else. Like,
Well, you were
way
really angry over
Way
that.
angrier. Like, okay, Pat, look at that. Like, I am so much angrier than everyone else in that picture.
I mean, it's pretty.
It's pretty accurate. Yeah, no, it is. But at the same time, it's like, I'm not that angry. But thank you, Maddie. We appreciate the
I'm very
fan
upset. The rest of us
and the
are chilling.
mail.
We'll put it right up on the refrigerator.
I know.
Or
I've been.
here.
I know
Oh, yeah,
I've been-
you're not
yeah.
kidding about
No,
Jason Biggs right
Yeah,
here.
like straight up, like Jew hair. Like straight up, put it up there. I know I haven't been here in a while, guys, but thanks, Maddie. We appreciate the mail.
Is that
It's awesome to see our
crazy
fans.
art, actually?
It was
Our-
really good.
yeah, she's really
Yeah,
good.
cheers,
It's
Maddie. This is
awesome to see
awesome.
our fans like reaching out and sending us stuff that's not poop.
And all the fans who didn't reach out and send us
You're
stuff.
not real
Come on.
fans. You don't
I-
care.
Connor's
Deserve
back.
us at our worst or our best.
Connor's back. Send some shit for Connor.
I have Coney's address. Should we mail him poop?
Okay, hashtag.
To be fair, he
mail
just
Cody poop.
lives in poop anyway. He lives in Atlanta.
Yeah.
He can't get much worse.
You wanna
But I
go
mean, like,
hold
she
this
did
up
a
to
lot
the
of work on
camera?
Hey,
that.
you can't
it is.
handle Atlanta at its worst.
Yeah, so good job, Maddie. We appreciate the work. That's really awesome.
Thank you very much.
Maddie,
And
don't-
yeah, and that's
You know what? You're my
I'm pretty
favorite.
sure there
too.
might be more mail, but I didn't look within the last 3 days.
yeah. Well, thank you for the
How
mail
long do
that
you
I've
you
opened.
have the PO box
It ends
until
Sep-
the end of?
It's September 1st is the last day. So
Okay.
I'm not going to renew it.
It's like 2 days.
Yeah, pretty much. So I'll check it one last time and then.
Before it's done. by the
Oh,
end of the
but
month.
yeah, this won't come out. by
So
the
send
time,
stuff to
so
his
it's
home
not
address at.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think there's anyone else to send stuff. Probably.
No.
Yeah, they had plenty of chances.
Yeah, exactly.
We're
And
kind
you
of
blew
dying. We're kind of dying off in our fan base. Like we don't really
Yeah.
make enough content for
post,
people to
yeah.
like us anymore. But
We're
now
not
that
really
I'm back, you
likable
never know.
is another
Well,
thing.
That's
obviously,
true.
We're assholes.
Yeah.
We're not funny. We're not PewDiePie, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, Maddie might
We'll
think
never be
so,
PewDiePie.
But thank you for all of those of you
That's
who
the
have
highest ascension.
who have dealt with us for the last
Do
it?
you
Like
think she
4
just
years?
negged us? Do you think you're funnier than PewDiePie as a neg?
Thank you to all those
It's
of you
working.
who have stuck with us for the last 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, actually, it's crazy how long
It's been
this
a long
Yeah,
time.
that's the biggest thing when I'm.
It's been like 5 years.
Slender quotes. It's like I don't even remember that.
It's been a long
Like,
ass time,
Jesus.
and we appreciate you guys.
It's
Enjoying
pretty
our
crazy.
stuff for this amount of time, even though we're not that funny, we don't deserve it.
Yeah.
It's basically just us hanging out, being buds, even though I'm not here all the time.
Yeah, it's been like an entire degree from when we started this to
Straight
now.
up, like
It's
all of our
crazy.
university careers
Yeah, I
have
mean-
happened within the time of our channel being a real
Yeah,
thing.
I guess what I would say to people who have been following our channel and have been watching our videos and enjoying them for the last few years, there is just this wonderful world out there, and you need. It's really important.
Wait, is this our goodbye video?
Really?
Holy shit! Is this our goodbye video?
There's just you got to discover, find what you love, just do your hobbies. You'll
And
find your hobbies.
Don't make it
find
us,
out what you
because
like.
we're not going to be around for much longer. We're all moving on to different things
We're
in our
not,
lives.
Connor? We're not going to be around much
Not
longer?
that we're
It
killing
was
ourselves.
Anthrax.
Yeah, okay.
It was Anthrax. Thanks, Maddie. Yeah, like I don't know how much longer we're gonna be doing this. So we appreciate the love and the support that you guys have given us
It's cool.
which is totally unwarranted.
It is pretty weird
Because we're not deserving. We are not deserving of the amount of support you guys have given us.
I mean, we're all right.
I mean, we're okay, but at the same time,
Some better.
like the amount of support we get,
We're
is
above
not
average.
not worthy of the
We're bad.
fans we have.
Yeah.
Like, let's be real.
Oh yeah.
The fans
Yeah.
we have
Okay,
are
we're
so much cooler than
overcompensating
we
at this
are.
point.
Yeah. No. Like,
Okay,
let's
no,
move
that's
on.
fine. I
We're
just
fine.
want to say, because I'm not here that often, I'm probably moving away pretty soon, so, you know, I just wanted to say.
We'll come to.
Yeah. So,
We're all moving away.
all from Connor, speaking on the behalf of everyone else except for Rory, we appreciate you guys. We appreciate all of you and what you've done
I
to
have no
help us
fans
out.
to lose.
Yeah, well, Rory's just here. So yeah, and on with the podcast.
Yeah.
Now that we're past that.
In fairness, those 3 cartoons I made were pretty okay.
Oh shit! Yeah. Okay. Never mind.
Oh my
Okay,
god, you
Rory's
put more
OG.
effort into this channel than most of
Yeah,
us.
legitimately, he's made more content
Okay,
than I
never
have.
mind. Rory's OG. Never mind. Okay.
Shit.
Sorry. Hashtag love for Rory. All right, boys. What's up?
You could definitely
Glory
argue
for
that
Rory.
Connor
Hashtag
and Alex and
glory
I
for
are the
Rory.
most useless because we've made like 0 content for this
Yeah,
channel.
because
ever.
the hottest.
No, I'm
Like,
Well, yeah, I'm the
because I
hottest,
made
but-
I made stuff for podcasts.
Did you make stuff?
Yeah,
oh
Like,
yeah,
like
it is
quizzes and stuff.
True,
It
yep.
is.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
not bad.
So I'm like this much above you guys.
I'm the hot one.
I know I'm the least useful. I'm just here.
I pull in the real viewers. Let's be honest.
I mean, on a scale of 1 to 10, who's the most attractive? Robert and then Connor.
That's not a scale of 1 to 10.
If Robert's a
Scale
10,
of 1 to 10, Robin.
if Robert's a 10, Connor's a 9, and then everyone else just filters in after that.
Yeah, everybody
be real.
slides in at a nice 2.
Yeah. Well, Luke's a solid 3.5.
That's a good point. When
He's
wearing
like a
plaid.
hard
When he's,
3.
yeah, when he's wearing
When
It's
he's
like a hard
plaid.
3 soft
Oh,
4.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. But yeah. So what's new with everyone else's lives?
Lots of stuff, to be honest.
I went to a party last night. Nothing that crazy happened. Oh, actually, a crazy party happened with Boychuk. But no, last night the only interesting thing, so I was only there for like 2 hours, was I rode the bus. And
Oh, wait, you guys are playing Ride the Bus?
No.
Oh, did you teach
sorry,
everybody
I
yet?
thought you-
No, I
You
didn't.
literally rode the bus.
It was this
That's fucking
really
crazy.
tall guy doing it.
Someone else was teaching you guys how to ride the
Yeah,
bus.
but
Wait, do you remember his name?
Brett.
Okay, don't know.
Okay. But it was weird. The first 3 people, I was third. The first person got a couple things wrong, but at the very end, the way he did it was
the first
that
person on the
it was
bus.
It was like guess the card and drink the difference. Was the fun
Oh, okay,
instead.
right. Rather than spend the fire.
And then if you got it exactly right, you could give that drinks to people. And she got it exactly right. It was like 5. Holy shit, it's a 5. Whoa, that's pretty unlikely. Cool. Next person. It was like 9. Holy shit, you guessed that right too. Wow, that's weird. And then it got to me, and I was like, I was perfect on the bus so far. I guessed everything exact. And then it was like, Jack. And I was like, yep, give 11 drinks. And I was like,
wow.
holy shit, 3 people in a row guessed the exact card.
That's
It
pretty
doesn't
nuts.
sound like a real thing that happened.
No, it
I'm
did.
pretty
It's
sure
pretty
you're making
crazy.
this
Yeah,
up.
you are a lion.
No, it was pretty crazy.
You also didn't remember
There
who
were
our
girls at the
prime
party,
minister
too.
was.
Oh,
We all were impressed.
I'll clap
It's really
to give you money.
happened.
Yeah. That bus's name.
Harambe.
No, Ride the Bus is great. And yeah, I don't know. Usually
Solid
I can get
game.
out pretty quick. But,
Let's
yeah.
do it.
Ride the Bus.
I guess
Ride
you
the
and I are
bus,
the only
don't
one
ride
drinking
the
right
bus,
now. So.
baby. Ride the bus, don't ride the bus over.
Okay, everyone else go get a drink. Let's ride the
What
bus.
was the crazy Boychuk story?
Oh, so Butcher got a housewarming party, which I went to, and it was fun.
And he totally invited all of us, but we had to decline.
I wasn't here.
Yeah.
The joke is he did not invite us.
But it wasn't a very big thing or anything. But there was a
Don't
bunch
make
of people.
excuses.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
it.
It doesn't even matter.
Strictly
Doesn't matter.
family and close friends only.
No, we get
but
it.
so he went really hard and basically just passed out within the
So
first 2
Boychuk.
hours.
He Boychuk.
Yeah.
Boy chucked.
And so he was passed out in his room, just kind of, and
As
some
passed
guy
out people do.
named Ryan showed up. I'd never met Ryan before in my life.
Sounds like a
and
cool
he did
guy.
not seem like that cool of a guy, but
Oh.
it was not like awful. It's just he had a thing of Jose Cuervo tequila and was just drinking it. And
See, cool guy.
Cool,
it was
right?
a bit murky. Like I don't know if he poured
Oh.
like a goop
Put
in
that
or
lean in
something,
there.
But
Could have. That's a common thing. You go to parties and you pour a goop into your tequila.
Yeah.
Pouring
It wasn't
lean
a
in
lot
his
there.
Cuervo, man. Come
Like a
on, that's a
one
real
goop
thing.
It's a
kind of
goopy
thing.
Cuervo.
But
Cuervo.
so he
Made
drank
with a goopy
that.
nectar. That's what
And,
tequila's made out of, a goopy nectar.
So we're just hanging out, doing a thing. He brought bread, which I thought was cool, especially because
He brought bread.
He brought bread,
Bread, boys.
but not because of
Bread,
the
boys.
use of bread. Only because he was like, I don't know, he had frozen bread. It was weird. But I took his bread, put it up in Boychuk's room. Some he hasn't found yet, probably because they're just so well hidden. One, I
Nice.
tacked it to a bulletin board in his room, which I thought that was the funniest one. But some are just like hidden in the hat on the roof kind of thing, that he like decorative things. And so there's bread everywhere.
So his room smells like ass now. It's just
Oh,
gonna be
maybe.
bread everywhere.
Yeah.
Ugh.
But that's not the story. So Ryan got super drunk and
He was drinking a bottle of Cuervo, Goopy Cuervo.
Goopy
by
Cuervo.
himself.
Cuervo, yeah.
Of course he got fucked up.
And
My kind of guy.
some other guy named Andrew also got really fucked up, and they were like, "Let's go get food, yeah!" They have no idea where they are in the earth, so they were kind of confused. But that is actually like 2 blocks from the ranch.
Oh.
Some perspective
Love
where
it.
it is.
Ranch it
They
up.
actually like literally
Which is like a bar.
Yeah, the ranch is a
The
bar.
ranch is like the
Ranch
biggest
is
bar in our
bars.
city.
Yeah.
I can't
It's
get
like the
into
biggest club in our city.
Yeah, you can't get in the
I
ranch.
can't get in the ranch.
Not with those pants.
Not with these pants, absolutely not.
Oh,
He got-
wow.
ranch.
You got kicked out of the ranch?
Yes.
How did you get kicked out?
Because I was
Dude,
not...
you were like the last person I would ever kick out of the ranch.
No, they wouldn't let me in because I was not wearing jeans.
Really?
No, I went up...
Oh, man, fuck, you gotta sell
I'll let him
drugs.
finish the story, then I'll tell
He
this.
couldn't even get in.
I couldn't even get it.
Bro, I got in there with like sweatpants one day.
Okay, well,
Anyway.
He was profiled. He was profiled.
clearly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, so Andrew and Ryan start walking off before anyone else says, "Oh yeah, we'll go with you to get food," and they literally can't even stand up together. Andrew falls over, breaks his chin open. We're like, okay, and we escort him back in. But Ryan just takes off. He's like, I want to get the food.
It's a Ryan thing.
And it was like, okay. So me and Alec and Ratana went to go find him after we escorted Andrew back and tucked him in on the couch.
You patch up his chin, or was he just bleeding everywhere?
Classic
He was
couch
okay.
talk.
It was just a little bit of blood, whatever. And so we went looking for him, and there's no McDonald's nearby, but he thought there was. Like, there is McDonald's nearby, but he ran towards the ranch, which is not towards the McDonald's. So we just go that way and try and find him. We talked to the bouncers, and they're like, no, we haven't seen him. Obviously, they wouldn't have let him in because he's
Did
just
he go to the pierogi
so
hut?
far gone, there's no way.
Did he go to the pierogi hut?
Nope, he did not make it very
Because
far.
the thing that makes the ranch amazing is outside of the
nothing.
ranch, there's this place that sells pierogies until like 5 in the morning.
Where?
I didn't
Like
know
a
that.
little.
It's like
kiosk?
a little kiosk, like right outside the front door.
That would've
Oh,
been
really?
so
And
good.
they sell like
So I was not
pierogies
doing
and
that.
smokies all day.
Oh, that's
And it's amazing.
Sounded
All the
great.
drunk people just line up there. It's so good. Sorry, continue.
So we're like, okay, well, he's desperate for food, and he didn't go to the ranch. So we checked the gas station nearby up the road. Nope, it's closed and no one's in it. So he didn't go in there. Okay, so we'll head back down this way, see if he went to the McDonald's on 51st Ave or whatever, like really far away. And so we're walking down there. Eventually we're like, man, we need to pee. We don't care enough to walk all the way for him, so let's go back. So we start walking back. It's like, oh, hey, we could pee at that gas station over there. It's like, oh shit, there he is, passed out by the garbage can in front of the gas station, just like totally out. And this is like right on Calgary Trail, so it's like right on the big road gas station, just lying there. Yeah. And so we go over to him and like wake him up, like, hey man, we came to find you. And he's like, Opa! And then he kept saying Opa for a while. And
Also,
that's
bottle of
funny.
Ouzo, just like,
Yeah, I don't
Opa!
and so we were just kind of like hanging out with him while we waited for a car to come pick us all up to take us back. And he kept trying to escape, but we wouldn't let him. And then
It reminds me of the first time I ever got drunk and a guy kept opening the car door and yelling because he thought he lost his phone. We were back from a house party. This is back when we were in high school, right? And you guys remember Brown Matt that played football with me?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. He was driving because he was sober. It was me, Ben, Riley, and Zach in the car. And Ben was so loaded that he didn't know what was going on. So he kept opening my car door and going, out the door because he thought he lost his phone. all the way, and it was like a 45-minute drive. And the whole way over, he was like, and we're like, Ben, close your door. And he's like, okay.
I thought
All of these guys, smart, reputable gentlemen.
They're like, no, they're not.
High
the best
quality
part about
people.
your story was that he kept asking for soup.
yeah, he when we
Soup's not a meal.
we were talking to him, just trying to like keep him distracted from like running off, because he kept trying to bolt. We were just kind of like holding him, and he was like, "Man, I really want some soup. I'm so hungry. I want to go to Dream Tea. They have tequila there, and it's a really good soup." It's like they don't have tequila or soup. They also have bubble tea. But he really wanted their soup, and we were just talking to him about the soup, and.
Not to mention, that's not even close. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
drunk
Like, I don't know
people
where
always
he
think
got it.
things are close to them.
Nowhere
and they're
sells
not.
tequila and soup.
Tequila soup
like,
shop. on
like, well,
51st.
El Cortez has
Yeah,
tortilla soup,
you're right.
and
Okay,
also
tortilla
there's
soup.
tequila
Tortilla
bar.
soup, yes.
They're also a
That's one
tequila bar.
exception.
What the hell is
Yeah.
a tortilla soup?
I don't know.
It's
It's got
soup
like
with
corn,
tortillas
like
in it.
corn and
Yeah,
shit.
you
Mexican
dip it in
thing.
it.
It's
I
like
don't know if it's an
Mexican
actual
soup.
Mexican thing or
no,
if it's just a fake Mexican.
Yeah,
no,
it's
no,
like a
tortilla
Tex-Mex
soup's a real thing. It's really good.
Okay.
With like beans and stuff.
hungry,
sometimes.
Don't the tortillas get like really mushy really fast though?
Yeah.
Or-
Yeah, I don't think they would put the tortillas directly in. They just have it as a
Trust
side
me,
thing.
you guys haven't
kinda,
had
like,
tortilla
soak
soup until you've had
in.
tortilla soup. Like, don't even talk
Yeah,
about
fair
it.
enough.
Don't
It's
even
real.
don't talk about it.
It's made out of like
I stand corrected.
no, yeah.
Tortillas and soup.
It's super good,
Yeah.
and then it's a tequila bar too. So there's like one place I know of that'll sell tequila and soup.
I'm pretty sure most bars would, to be honest.
Most bars don't sell soup.
What?
Dude, I work at a bar. We
Well,
don't sell
pubs.
soup.
Pubs, fine.
Most bars that I work at a bar, and most of the bars I know of don't
Yeah,
sell
pubs.
soup.
soup doesn't sound like a pub food.
Soup-
No, like
Definitely
bar
a
bar.
pub.
Bar.
Yeah, no, I'm talking pubs now.
Okay, well, pubs are different.
Pubs sell
Okay.
tequila, pubs sell soup.
Yeah.
Especially like English
Elephant,
ones and stuff.
whatever.
Yeah, that one's gone, but
Well,
still.
Elephant and Castle, yeah. O'Byrne's, they have soup and tequila.
Soup and
That's
tequila.
true.
It's everywhere, Luke.
They also have Hogarden.
All right, I'm sorry.
Get out
Hogarden's
there.
the dope.
I love
It's shit.
Hogarden. Hogarden's this beer, which is totally just like, all right, it's nothing special.
It's actually pretty good.
Yeah, and
for
it's
beer.
served in this pint glass
Huge.
that is just massive, and everyone's like, "Oh man, I get so much," and it looks so big because it's just
not.
wider.
It's like this tall.
It's a little shorter, but it's just wide, and for some reason, there's this optical illusion that goes on that it looks massive. It looks like
You
it's
feel
just
drunker off a pint of Hogarden than anything
yeah,
else.
and you need like basically almost two hands to drink it.
Yeah.
But if you pour one into an average pint glass, they're
It's
exactly
the same. Yeah.
So it's
but,
like,
but yeah.
it's a really
and,
cool
And they
choice.
upsell Hogarden like
oh
motherfuckers.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
And also at the same time, it's called Hogarden. Which
Yeah,
is
I got
just
hose in
amazing.
my garden.
We
You know what
know.
I'm saying?
We've been in your garden.
Plant them.
So many hoes.
Carrot.
Yep.
Carrots, cucumbers, hose, potatoes. Potatoes.
Trap.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Cool.
Does anyone put crackers in their soup?
Hell yeah.
I don't eat
Really?
soup.
Okay.
I like soup.
Yeah, I gotta say, not a big fan.
No.
No.
Well, I like soup, but it's like I don't know, like the idea of putting crackers or tortillas in it and just eating them mushy just seems really gross.
Well,
It's
you
like-
just make food.
I'm not a
right?
fan of soup, but I'm a fan of cereal. So that's how I make my soup. Is I let it cool down.
And he puts Lucky Charms in his soup.
Horrifying. But I like crush up so many premium plus crackers into my soup that is basically cereal with noodles in it. No, seriously, I hate hot liquids. I hate it. Like coffee, tea, anything like that. And whenever I drink tea,
Coffee's awesome.
I have to put it in the freezer. I have to put it in the freezer until it's lukewarm.
Really?
I can't drink even hot chocolate. I will drink chocolate milk over hot chocolate.
No, me too.
Oh yeah,
I
chocolate
just
milk's so good.
no, but I'm
Chocolate
like,
milk-
I can't
No,
do
no,
hot
chocolate
liquids.
is
So
fucking
I hate
gross.
soup unless it's like cold soup or
It's
like,
like
chilled
tomato
soup.
soup.
No, I don't like this.
But
kind of
I-
soup.
but I-
don't
you
like the
could
taste
eat
of
it,
tomato
like-
soup.
Whenever I make grilled cheese, though,
Oh,
I
yeah.
always like as default, just have it with tomato soup because it's a great
Or
compliment
just do
for grilled
ketchup.
cheese.
Those
It's
work
the
really
same
well
thing,
together,
but
yeah.
like ketchup.
I have both.
No, that's wrong.
Tomato
Soup's
soup and
dumb.
tomato
Like you
ketchup.
wouldn't just drink a bottle of like straight sauce. So why are you doing that in soup form?
Thank you.
Yeah. Also,
well, I
applesauce.
mean, if you're having
Very
really-
dumb.
Oh,
like
applesauce!
shitty soup
Don't even get me
probably.
started on applesauce, bro. Applesauce is amazing.
Apple butter's
Yeah,
better.
Apple butter is
butter's better.
Apple butter barbecue
butter
sauce.
better.
Apple butter barbecue sauce.
It's like a
Apple butter
thicker,
barbecue sauce.
sweeter version of
Pretty
applesauce.
much.
No, it's barbecue sauce.
I'm
Apple
talking
butter
about
is-
apple butter.
No, I know. Apple butter is like barbecue sauce.
Is it?
It kind of is.
No,
It's-
it is.
okay.
Connor said it is. It is. It's decided. No, man, applesauce is just like a wet liquid.
Applesauce
Put
is
on
kinda
pork
gross.
chops, bro. Fried pork
Apple
chops,
butter
with
is
applesauce.
Really good, yeah.
Apple butter has a totally different texture from applesauce. Applesauce is like
Okay.
mushy. It's
It's
like
like-
baby food.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
apple
what I'm
butter's
saying,
like butter, but tastes like apples.
Well, it's not like butter. It's not thick as all.
It's barbecue sauce.
Its consistency is very similar to barbecue sauce.
Like I said.
Fair enough.
Pork chops are super overrated.
Yeah, pork
Not
chops
very
are good.
Yeah, no, don't take them.
I had the best pork chops.
Deep
ever.
fried pork
I actually
chops.
had pork chops for dinner
Campfire.
today.
You guys
so
have
that's
never
actually
had-
good.
Go
They're
deep.
very
Oh,
tasty.
camera's broke.
They're fine.
Deep fried anything is good.
Yeah, that's true.
Go
That's pretty
fix it.
easy.
Well, actually,
I totally disagree. Not a big fan of deep fried.
Ah,
Makes me feel weird the next day.
Yeah.
No.
Wait, what does?
Deep fried food.
Just
Well,
not
maybe you
fat.
didn't eat too much.
Yeah, I know.
I would love to just make a big batch of deep fried French fries for everybody here because, like, I make
Oh,
amazing
that sounds-
French
that sounds
fries, and
Eh.
they're so good. They're better than any fries ever.
I
Eh.
haven't been to K-Days in
Yes.
forever, but one year they had deep fried Mars bars.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Those
Yeah,
were-
Well, they
those
have that
they're
at Brits
okay.
Fish
They
and
have
Those
Chips.
are really unpleasant.
Oh, I
Yeah,
I
don't
don't
deep
like
fried-
Brits
deep
fish
fried-
and chips at all.
No,
Never
they,
been.
I had their fish and chips once, and they were the most bland
Terrible.
fish and chips I've ever had.
And just greasy. They
Fish
serve
and
it on
chips in the
newspaper,
UK
and
was
it's
so good.
That's because it's
soaks
straight
it.
up old school
I know.
British style.
But it soaks the paper, and it's just like, dude, I don't need it to be this
Yeah.
wet with grease.
But like real fish and chips is
Oh,
so
yeah.
fucking good.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Go to like
I guess if you have
Victoria,
good fish.
Vancouver
Yeah.
Island. best fish and chips.
We had it
Like
in
right on the wharf?
England where it's
Yeah,
supposed to be
in
the
UK.
greatest
Oh my God,
ever, and
it's
it
so
was
good.
fine.
Just like garbage food from like a shitty like fucking stall or whatever, like where we would get like a crappy hot dog or something,
like a
from
kebab
here.
or whatever.
Just some like shitty roadside stall.
Yeah.
Like they just had really good fish and chips.
Yeah.
Except the best food we had there was the random ass pizza stall. That was
Oh,
in like a
so
shitty.
good!
It was a shitty wooden shack just in the middle of some
The
dumb
pizza shack?
fuck-
It
Yeah,
was,
the pizza
I don't
shack.
even remember what it was called. It was in like, I guess it was technically in Cardiff. No, it was in Penarth.
Dude, people asked me like, "Where'd you stay?" And I was like, "Where did I stay?"
Yeah.
Wales. But it was so good. It just came in like
It was
a shit.
amazing.
It came in a bag though, which was really
Pizza
weird.
in a bag?
Come in a
Pizza
bag.
bag. No. Oh,
Well, it was
How
like
did it
to
come?
insulate it or whatever, but it was like just a big slice of pizza that was like circular, like a mini pizza,
That's
except
right.
like bigger.
So it was like
And-
a small pizza.
yeah.
yeah, but it was just in a bag. Like
Was
it
it
just came in like a thing that
Yeah.
you would expect to get like a pretzel from a movie theater in. Or
Oh,
Yes,
okay,
exactly.
It's like one of
Yeah.
those big paper bags.
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
It's just to like
Something you're
insulate
thinking
it.
like a Sobeys bag.
No.
But the thing that was like sucked was that
so good.
it was so good, but you would eat it all, and then at the end you would like look in the bag, and like the cheese would like slide off of it because you weren't holding it
And then
flat.
you just
were
gotta eat
holding
the
it in a
cheese.
bag.
Yeah.
No, exactly. But it was just like
You got to do
my
the
pizza
3-finger
could've
dip
been
for
way
that
better.
cheese. What you guys? That's how you eat bagged foods. You eat it, and then you're like,
What
oh
do you do with
shit,
the ladies?
3-finger dip. Let's go.
No, you just take
You
the
have to-
bag and then pour it all over.
Okay,
your
well,
face
yeah.
and then just get it everywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
3-finger dip, and then you dunk it. Then you
Dip it and
dumpster
dunk
truck
it.
it. Yeah.
I really want to eat the Swedish fish Oreo flavored. It's
Oh,
only in American
oh,
oh, that
Dude,
sounds dumb.
sounds so good.
I don't like
real
Swedish
loud.
fish in general.
No,
Whoa,
just like
That's offensive.
Yeah,
okay,
no,
Swedish
they
fish
taste
are delicious.
good. They taste
Very
good.
good.
Gummy and Oreo flavor doesn't seem like it would
Oh,
go
yeah.
well
Oh, I
together.
think it sounds
Gummy,
great. 'cause it's
cookies,
just
and
like,
cream is not a good
Yeah,
combination.
I
they're
think it
very
sounds great.
separate.
It just
good.
yeah, cookies and
I
cream
think
should
it'd
be
be
like
okay.
crunchy and creamy.
No,
No,
I
Gummies are a
think
different
Swedish-
thing.
But it's not got
Swedish
the-
fish taste like toothpaste to me. Like,
Shut the fuck up, Rory.
they taste like pressed toothpaste.
They're not.
No,
Candy.
that sounds okay. Swedish fish are Sour Patch Kids without the sour on them. That's what they are. That's what they
Oh,
taste like.
that's
No,
true.
they're
Sort
seriously-
of, but
they're the same
No,
flavors.
Swedish fish I think are
They're
better
the
than
same
that.
flavors.
Sour
Hey, I worked at a
don't
candy
think
store. I
so.
feel
They
like
taste
my
those
No,
little
you
red
worked at
berries.
Bulk Barn. It's not a candy
Yeah,
store. It's a store that sold
berries.
candy.
Berries.
Oh yeah, I was thinking of Swedish berries the whole
Yeah, that's
time.
what
Are
I'm thinking
are
of
they
too.
the exact same thing as Swedish fish?
They're straight
They're
up.
very
Oh no,
similar.
no.
Yeah, yeah,
Swedish fish are the ones that are like
Same
5
with
different
big
colors.
feet.
They're
But the
like
red,
sour-
but the red
No,
Swedish
Swedish-
fish are the
you're right.
exact same as Swedish
Yeah, Swedish
berries.
fish is just red. It's not.
Not
the
anymore.
multicolored.
Not anymore. Maynard's Swedish fish are the same as the Swedish
Connor is
or the
speaking
Sour Patch.
fast.
The
Tonight.
Oreo flavored of
Bro,
Swedish fish is the red
When it
one.
comes to candy, who's the fattest one? I know what it's up.
Where's Boy Chuck?
Shut the fuck up, boy Chuck. I'm here. I know what's up with candy.
I'm the
okay?
captain.
Yeah, look at me.
Look at me.
Yeah.
I'm the captain now. That's right.
Are you gonna have a housewarming party then?
No.
Place?
Yeah, I would like to. You guys can all be invited and not come, just like all the others.
Like usual.
No,
I'm gonna come.
Hey, yeah, you should
Come.
Make it.
When?
Do a
Yeah, when?
Hey,
bunch of
just
drugs.
be-
no, you're not doing drugs in my house.
Why Jeff's not gonna get mad at it this
Yeah.
time.
That was
Jeff.
funny. That was really funny. The dude got kicked out. That was hilarious.
That was funny. I
And
saw
Jeff
that
was
dude recently.
mad.
Should I?
I mean, definitely reasonably
Reasonably
mad.
mad, but at the same time,
Rory
like,
and Connor.
Some of
way
you guys have
madder.
already heard that story. I don't think Rory and Connor have.
I-
Would you
I
guys-
was there.
You did? I was there.
I was
no,
there.
no, not this one.
Yeah, Rory was
I'm
there.
talking the reason that I'm no longer roommates with my former roommate.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
Yeah, I don't know.
Rory
what
was
to say.
I was there.
Yeah, he was. Okay, he just
Nobody
said
cares.
Rory
Oh,
and
I wasn't
Connor
sure.
could hear it. I thought Rory was
Sorry.
there. Okay,
We'll give you a quick one for the podcast and for Connor.
So I had a roommate for I don't know 10 months or so, and he was.
Was it Jeff or the other guy?
It was Jeff.
Okay, because there was that other guy too.
Correct. Other guy is still good.
Okay.
We still are going to live together. So this roommate, we'll call him Jeff, for example,
That's his name.
as in Jeffrey Dahmer, because that is basically what he is. So Jeffrey Dahmer, who I lived with, he's not a fun guy. He's not a mushroom. He's not, he wouldn't have fun with us. He would just hang out in the basement, and I'd have people over, and then he would complain later, and that was kind of our, that's what,
That
how
was
we
the
got along.
dynamic.
Yeah, exactly. That's our dynamic. So anyway, time goes on. There's never really any big tension, but I have a party one time that only goes till 1 a.m. I just deliberately cut it off early because we had a deal that we never go past 3. I cut it off at 1 to just be nice. The next day gets up and he won't talk to me. And I'm like, okay, that's childish, but whatever. He would not talk to me for about 3 weeks or so. And I'm like, that is beyond childish. That is bizarre. Like, get over yourself. Whatever. I had to leave for a trip for about a month, and he wouldn't talk to me for all that. And so I'm like, all right, well, I'm just going to dip then. Like, I won't see you. So I left for a month, and then I come back, and I'm thinking, like, oh, everything should be good now. We haven't seen each other in, like, we haven't talked in 2 months. No, it's now worse than ever. I'm like, okay, this is weird. So now basically he hates me, and there's no reconciling things. I've already tried, and it's just not going to work. And so then, again, I'm just like, all right. Or I tell him, I'm like, I'm going to have people over. And then he just, like, leaves, and then he comes back, and he's like, this pre-drink turns into an after-party, we're going to have a problem. I'm like, what is that, a threat? And he's like, take it however you want. I'm like...
Because he's the least threatening person on the planet.
Well, he's kind of threatening. Well, okay, but he's got crazy eyes.
He's threatening because he'd actually do it, but at the same time, he's not a
not
strong person.
Not physically, but
he's not physically threatening, but he would just go there, but you'd also be able to kick his ass. Like, any one of us could kick his ass.
He's decently big, but yeah.
Doesn't mean you couldn't kick his ass.
I'm stronger, but yeah, anyway. Yeah, it was basically...
You're so strong.
I'm so strong. We hit the gym together. I'm aware that I'm stronger. But anyway, it was just like, well, dude, I'm going to kind of take it as a threat then, because it sounds like a threat. And it was this really weird, uncomfortable thing. So I'm like, you know what, whatever, I'm bringing people over. So we had played beach volleyball. We come back to my house, and I decided to have a shower because I'm all sandy. Well, the water cuts out on me halfway through. I'm like, that's a real weird coincidence. No, he definitely cut the water on me. So I'm like, okay, that's funny. I get out, and I tell everybody. They're like, that's weird. This is a little freaky. Sure enough, 5 minutes later, the power goes out on us. So now it's all dark in my house. I'm like, this is like some horror movie stuff going on. This is not okay.
He's sitting in the kitchen like, yeah, I told you.
Much.
Well, in the basement.
Well, wait for it. Yeah,
that's where the breakers are, and that's where he resides, in the basement.
Exactly. So he's in the basement, cutting the breakers. It was so funny too, because lights go out, and like one of my friends who had been there, he's already a little freaked out by it. Power goes in, he's like, "See you guys later." He literally just gets out as fast as possible. He's like, "Who needs a ride? We're going." And so I'm just like, look, it's not worth fighting this guy. We'll just let it happen. So everybody leaves. But then another friend of ours, so my other roommate comes back with a mutual friend of ours who I haven't seen in a long time because he moved away to another province. We're like, well, we got to have some beers. And they call me. They're like, okay, we're coming back to the house. We're going to have beers. I'm like, no, you can't do that. And they're like, oh, we'll be there. I'm like, oh, no. So sure enough, I sent them a text like, yeah, you can't do that. Jeffrey Dahmer's cut our power and is doing some like megalomaniacal scary stuff. And he's like, what? So anyway, we end up having beers outside to try to be as quiet as we possibly can. Like, it's seriously like we're at about this volume, and we're like having beers outside. You probably could not even hear us unless you're like ear to the window type of thing. He comes upstairs, and we're sitting out on the patio, and you can lock the patio. The camera's off. And so I realized, I'm like, wait a minute. He's going to try to lock us out. So I get back in and I get my keys. Good thing, because sure enough, he gets to the kitchen and he locks us out. I'm like,
turn it off.
Yeah, no, keep going.
Yeah, I'm like, you weirdo, that's scary. And then
I live here, let's stop it.
I know, and it's just like, not to mention, you know, we both have keys to the place. We can still get back in, you weirdo.
He's also our roommate. Like, we both live here.
Yeah,
stop it.
Exactly. And then we're just thinking, whatever, we'll just keep having our beers. We got keys. If I was a jerk, I would go, I didn't. We just sat there. And then he just stays in the kitchen and stares at us. He's just like this the entire time. And the other guys who are there and don't know him are like, hi? Like, what do I do? It was really freaky. And then to the point that even there's like a door frame. He's hiding behind the door frame just staring at us with his eyes showing. It was like really, really weird. So we're like, okay, look, we're going to have to call the cops on this. Eventually, yeah, we managed to talk to him and get rid of him. We came to an agreement he'd move out. And we're like, okay, you just take all your stuff and move out as fast as possible. He did take all his stuff. All his stuff, including stuff that he didn't need. Things like a shower curtain. Things like... yeah, all kinds of stuff. The worst one being, we had hung paintings and stuff, pictures on the wall. Yeah. Well, the paintings weren't his, so he put those down, and he took the nails out of the wall because he owned those nails.
He's a childish motherfucker.
Yeah, right? Super bizarre. So anyway, yeah.
Oh, you have the paintings, but I have the nails.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, you're going to have to go get more nails. It's like, yeah, all right, I'll do that. You
dingus.
Yeah,
dingus.
No, you flipping dingus. Yeah.
A trip to Home Depot.
Yeah, so flipping dingus is gone. I'm happy again.
Yeah.
Life is good. What was that leaning towards? There's something before that.
I don't know.
Housewarming party?
Oh, housewarming party. Yeah, I'll have a thing, and you guys can come over and not do drugs and have a great time, and probably not show up any of you, realistically.
I'll show up if I can do drugs.
No.
Shit. All right. Because that was funny. I don't care. That was fucking funny.
It was funny.
That was really funny. Yeah. When I went to their house for the...
Okay. You be careful.
I'm just going to... Okay, I went to their house for the first housewarming party. We're all drinking in the kitchen, or in the living room, right?
Yeah.
And this guy that I didn't know and he didn't know, but your roommate knew, came in, right? that-
Okay, let's just end this story because I don't want this on here. We didn't do anything bad. Another person did bad
we
things.
didn't do anything
and it
bad.
created a
This
fight.
guy and I were talking about our mutual experiences with, drug use and things like that. And then he went to get you to do some drugs.
That's what I'm trying to avoid, Connor.
It's not getting you. It's this dude that was randomly there
Correct.
that did it.
Yeah.
And then your roommate just flipped out. And,
Totally reasonable.
Punched him in
Totally
the face
reasonable.
and threw him out.
He
It
did
was
not punch
amazing.
him in the
Which
face,
roommate?
but he did.
The
Dauber.
crazy one.
The crazy-
It was
oh,
amazing.
okay.
It was so funny.
The
I laughed my
defender.
ass off. She was like, "Get the fuck out of my house!" And it was so funny.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
I wasn't there at
I'm
that
not
time.
trying to
Robin's
implicate.
story, he was unreasonable. This story, he was pretty reasonable.
He was reasonable, but at the same time, it was really funny to me.
And there's also a much better way to do that than like attack a guy
Yeah.
who is like on
Like,
drugs.
I'm not trying to
and go,
implicate.
"Get out of my house,
I'm not
get
trying to
out."
implicate anybody. It was like
It's
it was
more
just
like, dude, you can't do that.
It
here,
was this
man. Come on,
random
let's
dude
go
that
outside.
none of
And then
us
you walk
knew
on.
that was there and was like, "Oh, this is totally okay to do" in some random person's house. And then the guy that was living in the house was like, "That's not okay to do. Get the fuck out of my house." And then it escalated from there.
quite funny.
That's what was
Did
funny.
it really
to me.
escalate or did it just leave?
No, it's straight
It
up
could have
escalated.
very much become a fight if I didn't get back right in
Yeah.
time and managed to.
Yeah,
calm
you
them down.
you showed up right on time. and We're like, okay.
I
Yeah.
saved one of their lives.
Yeah,
I
and
don't know
that's
what
what was
I-
funny to me was just like
Yeah.
the fact that it was like this dude that no one knew was there decided like, hey, this is a good idea
Hey.
at some random person's house, and
Yeah.
then your roommate was like, oh, it's not a good idea. That's what was funny.
That was quite
That
funny.
was funny to me because I was there the whole time.
Speaking of fights, if we can move
Yeah,
on.
go for it.
I witnessed an interesting sort of fight not too long ago. So it was at the pool, and it was late Friday night, which is when all the weird stuff happens. So we're right about to leave, and then this large black woman who's very, very pregnant, like 8 months plus pregnant, is standing outside of the change rooms, and she's still in kind of swimming attire, but she's really upset. And so I just come in as the situation has already basically developed, and she's yelling because some other woman has stolen her purse and stolen her wallet or whatever it was. And so she's just like going off. She's just really mad. And then the other woman is this tiny little blonde woman who looks like a little meth head. And so I'm kind of thinking like, okay, I'm just going to, see how this develops. I'm going to stay out of the situation because I'm done work and stuff. We'll let other people handle it. But I just watch everything to see what happens. And so pregnant woman, she's just basically like, I don't care. I'm just going to whoop her ass. Like, she is ready to just throw down while the other woman is still in the change room. She's just, like, pacing around. She's like, man, when she comes in here, I'm just going to beat her. And, like, she just gets more and more upset. So we call the cops, and we're just like, okay, don't beat her for now. We'll get it. And then, she's just still going on, and she's so upset. So I'm thinking, like, look, is there a way I can kind of diffuse this a bit? And so we're standing there, and she's like, man, look, I know I'm pregnant, but, like, I don't care. I'll keep fighting. And I was just like, seriously? And she's like,
I got an extra set of legs here.
Yeah.
To kick with.
Pretty much. So and then she's like, man, I'm sick of being pregnant. I'll do it anyway. And I was like, whoa.
Whoa.
That could go a couple of ways. Yeah, that's kind of like, whoa. And then I'm kind of just like, yeah, but you probably shouldn't get in a fight when you're this pregnant. She's like, yeah, I know. I'm like, it wouldn't be fair if the baby pops out. You can't fight 2-on-1. And like, I said this to her, and she just laughed. She's like, damn right. And boom, immediately, like, just relaxed. I was like, I took a risk. It paid off this time. And then meth head woman ends up coming out, and so scary pregnant woman searches her bag and pulls out, like, bolt cutters. So it's like, okay, you were definitely guilty of something. We don't know what. And then didn't find the wallet, but found
Jesus.
another amount of weird
Guilty
things,
of
so.
profiling. You guys discriminated against
bolt
handy
cutters.
women
How
coming
dare
to the
you.
pool after a hard day's work.
As a locksmith.
Did I talk on the podcast by the time I saw a guy get murdered? Or was that just
No,
You
it
have
was
you
just
only
us.
told us.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, so I saw a guy get murdered. That was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't give details because it was a police.
Because it
investigation.
happened in between your heads.
We don't talk about that. But yeah, no, because I work at a bar and as a bouncer, and there was a fight that broke out, and I saw a guy get shot 7 times in the chest. It was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
It was pretty crazy. It's like also the loudest thing I've ever heard in my
Yeah.
whole life was gunshots ring out like 20 feet away from me. Like from where I am to the top of the staircase, distance-wise, was how close I was to it.
Which is like right across the street.
Like
right?
literally, like I saw
across
everybody's
the street.
face. I saw the muzzle flashes. I saw everything. It was insane,
Yeah.
and it was the loudest thing I've ever.
Was
heard in
there
my
like a build up for the fight, or were you?
No,
were
no,
you-
it was straight up. It
were
was
you
like
just kind of like
okay,
blah,
so
blah, blah, blah.
okay, so I was walking one of our bartenders to her car, right? And there was just like a scuffle between a group.
But
of,
were you like seeing it? At
Well,
the
I saw a
time?
scuffle between a group of dudes, but it was a bar across the street from us, right? So I was just like, you know
Yeah,
what,
it's
the
not
other
really
bouncers
bad.
can handle that. There's a large crowd. It's not going to escalate too much, right? They're just going to do their thing. And then one guy gets pushed to the ground, and then I see the dude that pushed him down reach across his chest like this, and I grab her bartender and I was like, run! Because she's like, what? And I'm just like, run! And then I see him pull out, and I just hear pop, 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 pop. And this dude just on the ground and gets shot seven times in the chest. Like straight up. Like straight up. He's just like,
Were you in the shooting?
no, he's just like, done. And I'm like, I grab this girl by the arm, and we're running, and I pull her into like a doorway, and I cover her with my body, and this other girl's running by, and I grab her and pull her into, just like, make sure they're safe until I hear sirens. And then I make sure everyone gets back to their cars, and that was crazy. And then I walk back, and the dude's just laying on the street, and there's like cops around him and like paramedics, and his friends like they're screaming like, "You gotta help this guy!" And they're like, "He's fucking dead." They're like, there's like cones out from where the shell casings were and stuff. It was nuts.
Wait, oh, so he was just already completely
No,
dead,
he
so
was
there's no
he was
point in it.
DOA.
Yeah,
like
okay,
he
I
was
was gonna
DOA.
say.
His friend got hit in the leg.
Yeah.
Like he was okay, but his buddy was like dead.
I was just thinking it seems weird that they're putting
Dead,
cones
dead,
out.
dead.
No,
there.
like they were
Yeah.
like taking him to the ambulance when I got
Yeah.
back from taking her to
They
a
knew
car,
he
and
was for sure,
the
but-
buddy was like, "You gotta help him." And they were like, "Man, we can't do much for him," like because he was like out. It was crazy. So yeah, it was weird. It was
And it was weird.
it was
too.
my third day working on the
Yeah.
job. It was my third day as a bouncer.
And you had stayed outside for a little while too, while you saw like SWAT
Yeah,
teams
okay.
running around.
Yeah, so the craziest part of that was I got the girl, our bartender to her car, and I got the other girl to a cab because she didn't know where her friends were. And I was like, you know what, here's some money for a cab. Just get out of here, right? Like, just get safe, right?
Nice guy, Connor.
Well, whatever. I'm just trying to do my job, make sure everyone's safe, right?
Stay alert.
Well,
hero.
and then our
Stay
bartender,
safe.
like, my bartender is, like, tough as nails. She was like, whatever, I'm just going to my car. And I'm like, cool. And the other girl's, like, weeping in my arms, like, I don't know where my friends are. I need some help. And I'm like, okay, cool. Here's a cab. Like, just go. And,
off me.
and I'm like, I'm hearing on the radio, like, shots fired. Everyone get the fuck inside. It's a lockdown. Get to the front. No, like, straight up, like, get the fuck inside. It's a lockdown. And I'm like, guys, I'm still outside. And they're like, why the fuck are you inside? I'm like, okay, you know what I'm doing. And they're like, so I'm like sprinting back to the bar. There's like a corpse over here and a dude like yelling and a crowd of people screaming. And I'm running through the back alley, and this dude runs past me with like a 9mm out, and I'm like, holy shit! And he's like, and he flashed me a badge. I'm like, okay, you're the undercover. And I'm like, okay. And I get back to the bar, and like 2 minutes later, the SWAT team shows up with the K9 unit, and they have like dogs and dudes in like full body armor with like AR-15s and searchlights. There were 2 choppers circling. It was crazy, and I'm like, yeah, we can't go outside for a while. And they're like, yeah, no, we can't go outside for a while. And the cops come up. There's like dudes in full riot gear that are like, okay, what did you see? And I'm like talking to these cops. I had to fill like 4 police reports. It was insane.
It is wild.
Yeah, like it was the scariest thing was seeing the dude run past me with a gun out. So I was like, oh my god! And he's like, undercover. And I'm like, oh shit, okay. And then like dudes with assault rifles. And like have you guys ever seen police dogs that are actually trained? Because they are the
I see the
scary-
untrained police
Okay,
dogs.
because like they are scary. Like they are straight up fucking scary. Like they were all black German shepherds, and they were like foaming at the mouth.
They've been genetically engineered to not have necks.
No, like straight up.
It's extra ferocious.
No, I know it sounds funny, but they were like one of the scariest things I've ever seen. They're exactly what you're afraid of when you think dogs chasing you, right? Like
Yeah.
And there's these dudes walking around with like assault rifles and these dogs on leashes, and I was like, holy shit! And there's this other dude with searchlights, like, where is he? It was crazy. It was crazy.
That is messed up. Yeah, if I saw that dude in the alley with the gun, like I would have
Yeah.
just collapsed.
No,
Yeah,
I straight up
would not have
stopped
been able to
and was like, oh shit! And he's like, undercover. And I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah,
And
after he
ran
went
off.
undercover,
Yeah.
I would have just gone.
well, he flashed
Okay,
me the badge.
yeah.
He was like, undercover. And I'm like, okay, cool. And then he was like, get back to your bar. And I was like, okay.
Jeez.
But yeah, it was like, because adrenaline was just so
Oh,
high.
yeah.
I got back into the bar and I just collapsed. I was just done. All the other bouncers was like, bro, you okay? You okay? And I'm like, guys, I'm okay. And they're like, no, are you okay? You okay? And they like kept like trying to
Had to
pick me
touch
up.
your boobs.
No, they straight up like kept trying to carry me upstairs.
I was
I'm like,
fine.
guys, I'm okay.
Yeah, I was
I'm
fine
like,
until I was
okay until they
fondled
started
by my
touching me.
coworkers.
Yeah. It was crazy though. Like that's the craziest thing that's ever happened to me.
Yeah, that'll be
That's
probably the
crazier than
craziest
like the
story of your
craziest
life.
thing that's happened to all of us combined.
What is the
Yeah.
craziest thing that happened to you this summer?
Yeah, I'm sorry to like try to like escalate it.
No.
But, yeah.
You've
Straight
been
up saw a guy get
validated
murdered.
my
and
entire
didn't talk
life
about it.
experiences.
Straight
My
up saw a guy
collective
get murdered.
experience.
It was crazy. And I had to talk to homicide detectives. I went downtown to the precinct, sat down in one of the fucking like secure rooms with cameras on me. Talk to the homicide
Shine
detective.
the light in your face.
Not quite, but she was like,
My partner
okay,
was
so,
Lucy Cat.
okay, so what actually happened? And I'm like, oh shit. She's like, no, we just need you to like tell us what happened. We already know who did it. We just need to know a timeline of like where you were versus what happened. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, it was weird and crazy.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah. And the weirdest thing was I actually knew the guy who did it. I'd met
Really?
the guy. Yeah, I'd met the guy.
Whoa.
He was like friends of a friend, or he was friend of a friend. So I'd met him before, and then I found out it was him, and I was like, oh shit! And they're like, yeah, he's killed like 3 people. And I was like, fuck!
What the fuck?
Just the
I
nicest
didn't-
guy,
I did
too.
not know that part.
Yeah.
The nicest guy you could
Yeah.
ever meet.
Yeah, it was, yeah. And my buddy calls me up. He's like, "Hey, did you hear about blah blah blah? Like, getting arrested?" I'm like, "Yeah, I was like talking to homicide detectives. And they're like, yeah, like fucking, it's crazy. Like, what the fuck? Like, you gotta like fuck." And I was like, well, they're all like, because they're
That's
like,
how bouncers talk.
no, they're not bouncers. It's the other guys, right? Like the guys that knew this guy.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Man, you can't be telling shit." I was like, "Dude, I didn't know who it was. I was just doing my job." And they're like, "Oh, yeah, fine, whatever." I was like, "Fuck."
Wow.
It was crazy. It was crazy. So yeah, that's the craziest thing that happened to me this summer.
Yeah.
Except it happened in like April. So
Yeah. Nothing weird.
I saw like a cat climb a tree real quick. That was the craziest
Holy
thing I've
shit!
seen this summer.
How quick?
Like real quick.
I got
How quick?
Yeah.
I got
Fuck,
like, a
that's-
good amount of squirrels in
I
my
was literally about to
backyard.
say that happened to you. Before you.
Squirrels, nice squirrels in my backyard. I fed them bread, and they run
Dude.
around. They run on the fences.
Dude, bread for squirrels? That's nuts.
It's crazy.
Nuts.
You can't imagine anything
I
crazy.
no, I can't. Honestly, in bed to a squirrel, I can't picture that.
Red squirrels.
Were they like a big squirrel, or little squirrel?
They were mostly little.
Oh fuck!
Couple
You're
bigger
fucking with
squirrels.
those little squirrels,
Yeah.
bro. You gotta know, like,
But
be
they're
careful.
like squirrels, like they can be dumb too, because like I have
They're
posts.
squirrels.
They can be.
They're rodents.
I have fence posts. And I put like a pile of like bun pieces there, and a squirrel like just ran along the fence, and they're very near,
Yeah.
like near side. He's
Tequila,
just running,
lime, and Coke?
and then all of a sudden he just bumps into
Thunder.
all the whole pile of bread, and knocks it all off the fence. So he stops. He's like, "Oh, it's gone now, forever." And he's like, continues like, "You idiot! It's all on the ground now.
Well, I
Just
mean,
go down and
isn't
get
that
it."
what you would do if you were at like a supermarket and you knocked over like one of those big fancy
You'd be like-
displays of like fruits or something, and you just like
All the
pause.
organic bananas are on the floor. You're
And
like,
just,
wait,
like,
No!
I gotta leave.
Oh
I gotta
god,
get
I've
out
got
of here.
slightly more damage than if I was to spill regular bananas. I gotta get out of here.
Yeah, 15 cents more.
Yeah, per pound, man.
Yeah, 69 cents per pound for organic bananas in Alberta.
Is it?
No,
Yeah.
I thought it was like 69 for regular and
Nope,
like
69
79
per organic.
Really? Depends
53
on the
cents
store.
for normal bananas.
Yeah, you guys
Depends on the
Bro,
store.
right-
doesn't it?
oh, did I
Yeah.
tell you guys
Yeah.
almost?
Knowledgeable,
Did
man.
you guys did I tell you guys I almost died a month ago?
No.
I went into
No.
kidney failure.
What?
Yeah. Oh, okay. So
That's right.
here's a fun story.
Oh my god.
Okay, so-
Witness death, and you dealt with almost
Okay,
death.
so,
firsthand.
So I went to a music festival about a month ago. It was
Uh-oh.
a 2-day festival. No, it was a 2-day festival.
You
I
know
didn't
the
drink that
stories
much.
you
Like
got.
honestly, I don't drink that much anymore. But what actually happened was I drank too much water, didn't pee enough, and didn't get enough electrolytes because I was sweating so much because it was like
Yeah,
32
okay.
degrees. I was outside for 12 hours straight. So I drank about 10 liters per water per day because I was outside for 12 hours a day. I had one of those Camelbacks. And because I sweat so much and didn't pee enough, my kidneys decided, we don't have enough sodium and potassium to actually process liquids. So when I got back to home, my kidneys shut down. Like the day after the festival, I went to go to work and I couldn't lift my head or speak properly.
Oh my God.
My mom took me to the hospital and they're like, "Yeah, if you'd waited another 8 hours, you'd actually be unconscious and probably dead." So I drank like 30 liters of Gatorade in 4 days and ate like 5 bushels of bananas. So I know the cost of bananas. So I'm very aware of how much bananas cost. So that's the whole reason I told that story.
Well, that's good. That's
But
satisfying.
yeah, so I almost died a month ago.
Was that at Pemberton? Or?
No, Chasing Summer.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
Yeah, it was
Did
crazy.
you catch her?
I didn't.
I was gonna say, did you witness any chicken fights? Were they doing those there too?
No, but some dudes tried to do like the 4-person stack,
Oh, yeah?
and they were not strong enough to pull it off. Well, there was all these dudes that were like equally the same size, and you need like
It's not gonna work. Yeah.
no, you need like
Yeah,
a small
big,
dude on top,
medium,
and then like
yeah.
like
A pyramid of
yeah,
people.
pyramid of people, and
Yeah,
they were
right
all
on
the
line.
same size, and they got like 3 people up, and the guy on the bottom was like.
Even
And I was
three
like,
is,
guys, it's not
bad.
gonna work. And he's like, it's gonna work. And I'm like, it's not gonna work. And they're like, trying to get the other guy up, and they all fell over. And they're like, yeah, okay, it's what I told you. So yeah. So yeah, I almost died. It was a good time.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so I spent like 4 days in and out of the hospital.
Yikes.
Took,
Yeah.
took a little time off work.
Yep.
That's
I drank
good.
so much Gatorade. Holy shit.
What flavor?
Fruit punch or orange?
Yeah!
Fruit punch and orange. Where it's
I
at?
like the blue.
Red
Yeah,
Gatorade.
blue's good.
Blue's good.
I like
I like
orange.
the- no, I like
Blue's
fruit punch.
Blue
like
Powerade is
the
better than blue
default.
Gatorade.
I think I
Powerade
Straight up,
agree with
straight
that.
up. Blue Powerade
Blue's-
better than blue Gatorade.
Yeah, blue Powerade's
Could
good
be.
stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
like gotta be the only good Powerade then. 'cause-
Yeah.
Powerade. fine.
Well, actually, they have a mango Powerade now. It's pretty tasty.
But they have a night attack.
No, there's no equivalent to Night Attack. Okay.
So, yeah, that's
There will
probably-
never be an
Yeah,
equivalent.
what was the something, Mr. whatever? There's one with
I don't
Mr.
believe they were
in it.
real.
Yeah.
Let's forget about them. It's not real.
Mr.
Yeah.
George.
Night Attack was a flavor of Axe, by the way.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
flavor.
Either way, there will
Flavor
never be an
Axe.
equivalent. But yeah, so that was my summer.
Oh,
Sorry,
yeah,
guys.
That is
I almost
nuts.
died and I saw someone die.
God damn it.
I almost didn't die and I didn't.
Yeah, sorry. I don't mean to just like
I was
pour it all over
bummed
it
out.
now, but yeah, I haven't been on camera for a while.
Yeah.
2 things that happened to you over the summer.
Oh, third thing.
All right. Do it.
I got engaged.
Yay! Connor.
Okay, so, like, those are the 3 big things that happened in the past 3 months.
Those are all,
Still
they're all
according,
bad.
to, still according to who knows what, we can't allow that
Yeah.
until Maddie gets married first.
I
He's
haven't
really
gotten married
off
yet.
track on
I've
that.
just
That's
gotten
what I'm saying.
That's a
engaged.
problem.
Engagement is
Yeah,
fine.
and
but
our marriage is not on the table right now. It's an engagement
that's
indefinitely.
literally what an engagement
Well,
is.
okay, we're engaged. We're engaged
But I'm engaged
indefinitely.
to a lot of people because I tell you,
Okay,
there's no way to get
We're
cards.
gonna get married. It's just there's no plan for it.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So Maddie still is probably gonna get married first.
Yeah.
But Maddie's so off track for that right now. Like we gotta
Yeah, but it's Maddie.
turn his life back.
Yeah,
that's
he'll,
true,
he'll
though.
be
He's
0 to
not-
100 real quick.
Don't figure it
that's
out.
right. That's
It's
right.
Maddie. That's why we all chose that.
We don't want to turn his life. We don't want him to do that because where is
Who knows what
Because
needs
he
to be
needs to
correct.
tell us the things that he does in his life because it's
Yeah.
funny.
And the prophecy
Yeah.
must be true. Like, yeah, everything that happened in who knows what
It
needs
is
to be
true.
correct.
Yeah.
It's
I wonder.
actually
We
coming-
should go back and watch that in like a few
It's
years'
actually
time
coming
and
pretty close to
see
true.
what we,
Although not a lot of them were.
I haven't
about
gone
the
to
future.
jail yet because I was like the first one that we all thought was gonna go.
But
to
none of
jail.
us have gone to jail yet, so it's still on the cards.
It's true. You've gotten the biggest ticket out of all of us.
Have I?
Yeah.
Anyone get more than 500?
No.
What was the $500 ticket for?
The
Camping illegally.
420. He peed on a business.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
legitimate business. Too.
And that's where we got the ticket.
Oh jeez.
So
Did you
you're
tell that story
technically
before, or no?
yeah.
I don't
We've
remember
told
being
this,
$500.
We should.
It was
I
huge.
shouldn't have told.
It was a
that story.
huge fine.
Yeah, it was garbage.
But okay, but that's not the standard public urination fine amount.
It is.
Oh,
Yeah,
it is.
it is.
Okay.
It's huge.
Wow.
You gotta deter.
Big disincentive. Yes.
Yeah, well, yeah, and I guarantee you it would have been less if it was like in an alley or
Oh, for
something.
sure.
But he was like on the front of a business on a main street,
Legitimate business.
like the front door of a business.
Is that
on
what
a
like the
main
cop
street.
said?
Yeah, the cop just kept going on about it. You're peeing on a legitimate business, and then I just laughed. I'm like, legitimate business? This is Highway 420. It's a head shop. It's like
Oh my God.
the place they sell bongs and stuff, and it's
Hey,
like it's got
it's
a
legitimate.
giant weed leaf on the front of it. It's called Highway 420.
I think his cousin. He has a cousin who works there.
Totally,
That's
yeah.
why he was like really like defensive about it.
Well, then when he goes on, it's just like I was like, legitimate business. This is a weed shop, and then he's just like, I've seen people get drunk and beat their wife to death. Never seen someone get high and do it.
Oh,
So that is a horrible. That is like okay, that is like left turn. That is like straight up.
He legitimately said that, and then I was kind of just like, dude, like, I'm not married. I've never beaten anyone, a woman or anyone else.
Hold up a sec.
Like,
we just went into domestic
Like,
violence
yes,
for no
I'm
reason.
drinking. I am not abusive in any
I was
way.
peeing on
Yeah,
a
you're abusing
doorway,
that.
not
Legitimate
peeing.
Even
business.
if you were high, you wouldn't have been peeing on a
You
high
were peeing on a
store.
A high store.
Because you would have had some respect for it.
Yeah.
You were high.
That guy's a big jerk.
Yeah, no,
Wow,
he really
that is a
cares about
left
that.
turn. I didn't know that he said that.
He was not a nice guy
No.
at the time. I was probably
You got-
awful to him.
Yeah, and you got
When
him
you
at
get
his worst,
wasted,
so you
you're
don't deserve
kind of
him
an
at his best.
asshole.
No, yeah, I'm openly willing to admit I was probably intoxicated and an absolute jerk, but he wasn't. Very
You can't
nice
be a bit of a
either.
dingus when you're wasted.
You can be a dingus when
You're
you're
an asshole.
That's definitely true.
Okay, 3 things that happened to you this summer.
You-
No, quick, you
Gotta
fed
keep-
squirrels
Alright,
in your
no.
backyard?
Yeah, squirrels. Another
Summer's
squirrel
pretty much
dropped
over, yeah, I guess
pine
that's
cones
done.
on me this morning.
Holy shit.
And another squirrel.
Nothing about squirrels for the third
Third
one.
thing, hurry.
All I can think about squirrels.
Done in school forever. Yay.
3
Holy
things happened
shit.
to you in the summer.
Worked on a feature film. That was cool.
Holy shit!
Uh,
What?
What?
Yeah, no.
Wow, that's way cooler than all the rest of
JB
us.
Buzz?
The one with Danny Trejo in it.
Yeah, I didn't have Danny Trejo.
Wait,
What?
you met Danny
He's a
Trejo?
very cool guy.
You met Machete?
Yeah.
Holy
Did he say
shit,
dicks up
dude!
for Harambe?
That is like so much cooler than everything I've said.
Well, because like it
That's
was
really
one of
cool.
those things. Because like I signed a piece of paper, so I don't know how much I'm actually allowed to say about it, even though they're in charge of marketing it. And in theory, it's in their best interest for me to talk about it. But at the
To
same
our
time-
massive amount
to our
of
massive. Well,
followers.
I don't know. It's one of those things where like the
You met Danny Trejo.
I met Danny Trejo, and he's a really cool guy because it's like you don't know how to handle like big name actors sometimes because it's like do you like because my job is basically correct them when they screw up their lines.
Right.
So yeah, so I have to go up there and say, okay, well, like how is it like a
He's
suggestion?
not a big name actor. He's just Danny Trejo.
Yeah, no, it's like, do I give it as a suggestion? Am I telling them you need to do this or like what?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's one of those cool things where it's just like you just oh hey Danny, so the line's actually this is like oh okay, and then you just go and do it perfectly. It's like that's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, so that was that.
That's really cool.
yeah.
That's really cool.
What else did I do? I bought Civ 5 on a Steam sale and I'm playing that now. So that's fun.
Motherfucker.
Not as
Civ
cool
5
as
is
squirrels.
Not as cool as squirrels now.
You guys had way cooler summers than I did.
And I
Yeah.
played a shit ton of Overwatch, I guess. So. That's
Oh, I haven't played that in a while.
What do you mean?
Neither have I.
Zarya.
Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't played it yet.
I
just
have
know a lot
atrocious
about it.
aim, so I like to do tanks or healing. So.
Yeah, shit. Just do Roadhog.
Yeah,
OP as
no,
shit.
Roadhog is awesome.
OP as shit.
I love when you're healing them while they're trying to shoot you, and it's just like, what now?
Yeah, fuck. Yeah, Roadhog's OP.
Yeah,
Just chain. Done.
I love that.
So what about you,
Three
Robbie?
things.
Travel across the world for a month, did cool stuff.
You were in
yeah.
a New Zealand
Tested
newspaper.
an
I was, yeah, I was on the cover of a newspaper, which was neat.
What'd you
Uh,
do?
He reffed.
Let's not. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He was in New Zealand.
I thought it was gonna be something cool, like
No.
yeah.
pissed on the goat in a weed shop or something.
That's correct.
No.
Got electrocuted
He was just
by
doing
a
what he
fence.
I
usually
did
does.
get electrocuted by a fence. I was
That
on a
was why he
farm
was
in
in
New
the
Zealand, and
newspaper.
no, it wasn't. But like, yeah, sure it was. And yeah, that was neat. I don't know. You guys probably saw the videos on Facebook.
Yep.
That was fun. What else did I do? Switched jobs, moved houses. Well, not switched jobs. Switched to a different pool.
I didn't
Oh,
know that.
yeah, I didn't
Oh,
know that.
okay.
Yeah,
either.
my current pool just closed. Well, is about to close within a week. So I'm switching,
Okay.
which is sad, but meh.
Oh,
Same
it's
people
weird
then?
that it's closing though, but I guess
that's
it's like
different people.
But like this facility's pretty old.
Yeah, it's closing just for 2 years, and then it's renovating.
Yeah. Okay.
And what else did I do? Other cool stuff. I don't know. Pussy, money, weed. Just to hang out and had a good old time. Jolly old jaunt.
Nice.
Not like there's other
You.
Which card you played?
I got a cool painting from work.
Nice.
He got a job.
I got a job.
Wait, you got a job?
And
Yeah.
now
What?
I'm unemployed again.
It's temporary.
You're
It was
unemployed
temporary,
again?
Yeah.
Already?
Well, it's because it was like you can't really be a mover because people want to move during the day, so you
Yeah.
can't really pack up their stuff and do everything.
So you
There's
worked
snow
there for like
removal.
a couple weeks?
Yeah,
Get into like
Nice.
landscaping and snow removal. You'll have a job for the rest of your life.
I don't really want to do that. though.
Whatever, it's a job.
Do the job I do.
You have, like,
God, I get
$19
paid
an
well
hour.
to do nothing.
Yeah.
In any event, I did that.
How long did you have to train?
Long time.
Not that long. You got to do a few courses and then be
You
have to be able to swim
be
okay.
good at doing swimming.
Yeah, but it's
Alex
not,
can't
you don't have to
swim.
be that
I
good.
can swim,
You
just
can.
not well.
You can survive in the water. There's a difference.
Yeah, that's all you need to do.
You could be good enough if like you came and swam with me like 10 times. That's all it would take.
That's a lot of swimming.
Yeah, you are lazy.
I want to go swimming.
I don't like swimming enough.
Something's good.
It'd be nice
I
to
don't
stop
like
drowning. So.
I can't float. So.
Okay, what else did you do?
You can't float.
I can't
Garbage
float.
He's too thin to float.
No, I'm too
That
thin
is
to float.
also absolute garbage. I sink like really fast. The point of swimming is you then do stuff.
No, like, no. The thing is, when you were taking
Just
swimming,
like I don't like running. Gravity stops me.
no, when I was a kid, like you're taking swimming lessons, and they're like, "Hey, do the flutter kick." Well, I can't keep my like you'll flutter, but you like just keep gradually going down. Even
Well,
when
they
you're
get
fluttering.
stronger
Not
legs.
kicking
bud.
well.
Yeah, well,
Get
I was
stronger
a,
legs,
I was a
Rory.
sick, I was a sickly child.
He
No,
was
I-
6 feet tall
now
at
I'm a-
10 years
now
old.
I'm a
Okay?
sickly man.
He was 6 feet tall and 93 pounds at 100 at 10 years old.
The issue is not with swimming. The issue is with your sickly body.
No,
Get stronger, Rory.
no,
God.
never. I refuse.
Okay, what, Alex? What else happened to you?
I saw every National Geographic from like the 1950s through to
Not
the
impressive.
1980s. That's like a
That is
million.
cool. That is cool.
That's
Did
so
you see
many.
all the like pygmy women with the boobs out?
No, I
Oh,
didn't see that
yeah.
issue, but I had to like put them in like because he was just like, okay, I'm gonna get rid of these, and it was like, thank
That's
God,
slurp.
because he wanted to keep literally everything in the house except for the National
Is this
Geographic.
your dad?
No,
Oh,
this is
okay.
the first time I was
Guy moved.
moving. But he was just like, okay, just put these in like blue recycling bags and put them out in the garage, and I was just like, cool, I can do that. That's really easy, and I did that. And then he was like, actually, maybe I do want to keep these. And I was like, no! I spent hours putting these stupid magazines into the garbage, but now you want to keep them. And then also, I entered a tournament, and then the power went out, and it ran 5 hours late, and then I didn't get
This
to
was
play.
yesterday. It doesn't count.
It
It's
does
still
count.
in summer.
It is
A
in the
tournament
summer.
for what?
For Smash
Oh,
Brothers.
Okay, Alex, what happened to you this summer?
Um,
Yeah, we thought so.
went to a wedding.
Sorry, that was me.
So did I. It was boring, but it was a nice.
Weddings are bad.
But the ceremony, it was the most
Agreed.
it was the most secular wedding I've ever been to, and it was like to the point. It was literally like 5 minutes.
Oh, and the whole ceremony. Yeah.
Do you? Yeah. Do you? Yeah.
Yeah, it
Cool.
was
Done.
strictly like the legal stuff.
Yeah,
And
no,
what
And it was
Rob-
great.
my dad's wedding was the same way, where it's just like, we're out in a field by a nice tree, and it was just like, are you guys getting married? Yeah. Yay.
Doesn't surprise me having met your dad.
Yeah.
Be like, hey, you want to marry her? Yeah, I do. Does she want to marry you? Yeah, she does. Cool.
Gotcha.
Done. There. And go. What else?
Went quadding in a bunch of mud.
No.
Stuff.
You do not strike me as a quadding type.
I didn't do it. Well, I didn't get stuck. So that's better than pretty much everyone else because everyone got stuck.
I quadder.
But that was more luck than anything, I think.
Never quadded before. Or
but
like
it was
jet ski
fun.
or anything.
It's okay.
I'm
I
not
caught
crazy
some
about
fish.
it, but
Yeah.
Caught some fish. Caught some fish with my hands.
So you had a
too.
real Alberta summer.
Yeah, I did.
Ooh,
I did a lot of
that
stuff.
sounds
Which is
awful.
really surprising.
No,
Out of the
that's-
6 of us, you had the most Alberta summer.
Yeah.
Learned how to drive.
I learned how to drive. That's a big thing.
You
for a
learned how
summer.
to drive this summer.
Now
Finally got his
That
license.
is disappointing.
What? Don't shame him.
You
Being
should
a
have
late
learned how to
bloomer.
drive 7 years ago.
Nah,
Yeah,
man.
better late than never.
He never had an incentive to. His life is pretty restricted, geographically speaking.
Where the fuck am I gonna go?
Cool places.
Now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna go to
Now-
your party.
Yeah, come to my parties, man.
The world is your oyster now.
Oh, I'm gonna go to Vancouver. That's nice. So that's not like summer. That's like future.
Yeah,
I
okay.
plan to do it in the summer.
When are you going to Vancouver?
October.
Sort of. I'm
Yeah.
still in school.
High five, still in school.
We suck.
We're out of school. We're out
They're out
of
of
school.
school.
School
Ha!
starts on Thursday.
We're gonna succeed at school.
I got a new backpack.
I dropped out.
I'm gonna have double all your degrees. It's true.
Cool.
Yeah.
At least.
I make more money than you.
Doesn't
Do you?
I make $30 an hour.
Really?
What? Yeah.
Huh. Good for you.
As a bouncer, nice.
No,
Well, I
as a-
mean,
as
you
a
run the risk of
trainer.
getting shot
Yeah.
and stuff.
It's a
so-
Oh, you're training? You're making.
I make $12 an
Oh.
hour as a bouncer.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I was
Yeah.
thinking like.
But I made $130 last night in cash.
In bribes.
For bribes.
It's not tips. It's just bribes.
Well, tips plus bribes.
Your bar is famous for that.
Yep, we are. Yep, we are. Not going to be ashamed of it.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Sorry, guys.
Cheers to
Hey, it was
beers.
fun to be back. Good to see y'all.
Thanks, Maddie.
Goodbye.